You're tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network, featuring news, interviews, and commentary on all things Black Hollywood. Hollywood redefined. From Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is Black Hollywood Live, Fashion 411, featuring the week's roundup of fashion news. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host for Black Hollywood Live, Fashion 411.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Fashion 411 here on Black Hollywood Live. You are tuning in to the world's one and only weekly fashion recap podcast. So we're here in the studio this week, ready to kick off some more Hollywood fashion for you. And without further ado, I am your host, Erica Garcia Rojas. I am your spicy Latina, born and raised in Los Angeles, and such a fashionista, I started my own clothing line, Rally Babe, 2 years ago with my sister. I'm your go-to source for all things business and fashion. And I'm joined here by my two wonderful, lovely co-hosts.
Hello, everybody. I'm Courtney Stewart. I am your resident fashionista / everyday girl, just like you guys, that just shops for shoes and wants to talk about the consumer perspective.
And I am your fashion cat. It's the one and only Sam Sarpong, supermodel, actor, clothing line, expert, just like yourself, Future Star Collection, chosen one.
Talented extraordinaires. God,
He does it all.
everything.
We try.
All right. So, what's up first, Courtney, with our who, what, where?
We have a lot going on in Who What Wear this week. So first up, we have Miss Kerry Washington, who has been voted in Vanity Fair's 2013 International Best Dress list. Guys, she's
Wow.
number one. She's on the top. She's doing
She was number
big
one?
things,
Like
you
that?
guys. Yeah, she's a superstar in the number one spot.
Wow.
And in this picture that you guys can see, those of you watching us on YouTube or checking us out live, she's actually in a Donna Karan resort collection dress at the Keep a Child Alive event in New York. And she looks beautiful. This is a little old throwback of one of the lovely looks that we have loved from Miss Carey.
Tell you guys the truth, I've been a fan of the first thing that she ever did that put her on the map was Save the Last Dance,
Yes,
the movie.
it was.
And even when she did the press junkets for Save the Last Dance, I didn't know who she was, and I felt like she had her own sense of style. She was creative, and I think as she's evolved as an actress, it's just gone to a whole nother level. But what I like about Carrie is she's very classy. So every time she steps out, whether it's the Image Awards, whether it's the MTV Awards, she's a classy girl.
She's classy, and
Yeah.
she's it's very special. Everything is so special and unique that she specifically has a point of view, and she picks something out that's unique every single time. And she doesn't
Definitely.
care about taking risks. She will do it, and it always looks good.
And even her character on Scandal, she just always looks amazing.
That costume designer is doing wonderful
Kills it.
things on that show.
But it's not even just her. Everybody on that show
Yeah.
dresses amazing.
amazing.
Supposedly, there is talks in the works of having a fashion line inspired by her character
it
on
would do
Scandal.
well. Yeah, it
Yeah.
would do well.
Kind of
all
similar
over
like
it.
the Madman. It's not going to necessarily do
Yeah.
with Banana Republic, but there have
Right.
been talks going on with inspired
I could see that.
line. Yeah.
I could
Totally
see that.
happen. Working Women Everywhere would love it. And also a shout out to her stylist, Erin Walsh, who was named one of the 25 most powerful stylists in the same issue. So
Wow.
congratulations, ladies. You're doing amazing things. Next up this week, we got Miss Keisha Cole is doing some new things out
Okay.
there. She is posting pics of her new shoe collection collaboration with Steve Madden.
Wow.
She gave us a little preview back in October of last year. She was on 106 in Park, and she wore one of the pairs of shoes that she was sort of working on. And now she's slowly posting more and more pictures of things that are coming. And this pair she's got on these caged metallic heels. All of the shoes that she's posted so far are very, very interesting and elaborate. They are metallics, there are prints, there are heels, there are caged booties, all kinds of things she's gonna have going on with Steve Madden. So that will be coming out very soon. I couldn't find the exact date, but hopefully we will be seeing that very soon this fall.
You don't see too many collaborations with Steve Madden, like
That is
celebrity
true.
collaborations. So that's I don't remember too many of them. So that'll
And
be interesting to
she's
see.
a character, and she's got a lot of colors going on, and her hip hop vibe, and she got a southern vibe going on. So she's got a lot of mix to throw in there with.
I'm
the shoe
sure that'll
collection.
be
so
real
I'm
hot.
excited. Yeah, the
and
ladies.
I'm a fan. I mean, Keisha, she's very, very talented, and she's another one that has a good fashion sense. So
Oh,
I'm sure the
yes.
shoes will be hot.
She's one that's always doing it. Speaking of doing it, we got Mr. Karl Lagerfeld in the news this week. There was a really cool cartoon, as you guys can see, those of you watching, of Mr. Lagerfeld and the wonderful Anna Wintour. And the artist by the name of Alexandro Palumbo has sort of taken on this opportunity to cartoon these two guys based on the fact that there is a documentary coming out.
Wow.
September 7th in Germany, starting in Germany. I'm not sure if it has worldwide distribution yet or not, but it is following Karl Lagerfeld over the course of 16 weeks. And they basically have compared Lagerfeld to the Pope in terms of fashion. He's like the
Gotcha.
Pope of fashion. And the entire documentary sort of does this whole comparison of fashion as religion, which is also the name of the documentary. And
Fashion is religion.
Fashion is religion, and they obviously compare Lagerfeld to the Pope. They refer fashion magazines to the Bible, and they also compare consumers and fashionistas like ourselves as the believers in the religion. So
That's interesting.
there's been a
I
lot
was
of
going to say, is there been probably controversy
there's been
with
a lot
that?
of controversy around it, and Palumbo obviously took a little stab at it in his cartooning, and there's people saying great things, and there's people saying how dare he, and it's blasphemous, and there's a lot of chatter around this.
I
But
could see that.
I think it's a fascinating concept, and I don't actually think it's that far-fetched from the truth. if
It
you
is an
think
interesting
about it.
concept. I mean, when you really think about fashion, I mean, it's stretched to say it's a religion, but in some ways, for some people, especially this day and age, with the prevalence of social media and being so image-based,
Yeah.
photography, everybody being their own style.
Yeah.
They think of themselves as their own style person, posting pictures. It just seems like it's gotten to the point where fashion and individual style is becoming
Huge.
huge,
Yeah.
huge. And I think social media has a lot to do with it.
Well, that's why all these people are getting paid to just blog and post stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because these companies, it's like if you have a certain amount of followers and you post something, like they were saying, Kate, when she came out, when she had the baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kate
Jenny
Middleton.
Packham
Yeah,
dress.
they were saying that those dresses have sold like that.
immediately.
You can't even get them.
Yeah.
So that just goes to show you, they're saying she's like the most powerful female fashion person in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
And what's interesting is power is almost defined as sales, like what happens in the aftermath. Like anything she wears
sells.
sells. And it was like, whereas like Oprah, remember when she did her favorite things, anything she promoted, they
Or
called
Or
it
she
the
said
Oprah
your
effect.
book was good. Your book was a
Yeah.
bestseller. Yeah.
And it's almost as if Oprah was one of the first ones to kind of have that
Power.
power. And
Yep.
she didn't even have the power of social media. And
Yeah.
now, that dress that Kate Middleton wore when she first presented the baby, in 2 seconds, it's all over the world.
Yes.
So that's how quickly that dress can get sold out too.
So,
It's crazy.
And it's an interesting concept, the whole following, the fact that we see these pictures, we being the people that are going and buying these things immediately just because you saw that picture. That's
Yeah.
a interesting idea of our concept as humans going after the fashion just because it's there and because we've able to see it. So
Yeah.
cool concept, can't wait to see it. And
Yes, sir.
keep it up. So next up, we've got Angela Simmons, who this week she was launching her new e-commerce website called Angela I Am. She had a premiere party for it. In this look here, we don't have the picture of the entire outfit, but it was a very interesting outfit and it's been getting a lot of press. So first, she had on a Boohoo Kate oversized floral shirt, My Collection skirt, and she was wearing a pair of Giuseppe Zanotti boots that were like thigh high, and then they were cut out right at the foot. So there's been a lot of talk about her and those elaborate boots that I found to be highly attractive and sexy, and I thought she was doing it with her dark, smoky eyes and that bone straight hair. But she's a businesswoman, and she was setting out and putting her e-commerce site out there. We don't know yet as far as who she's actually going to have in terms of designers on the site, because she said she wants it to be a place where up and coming designers and people have a platform to sort of all come, because she has a platform and she wants to share that with other people. And she's obviously still working on her own line that she hopes will be out very soon.
That's cool.
Yeah, so they partied it up. She's in the picture there with Ariane Alexander from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, who's rocking her orange shorts and a very cute sleeveless white top.
I like her outfit.
They look adorable.
Yeah,
So
they do.
everybody's out on the
Cute.
town doing their thing, promoting their business and doing it up. And who, what, where this week.
Awesome. Thanks, Courtney. And for those of you guys listening, you might want to go on to either YouTube and you can see all the photos that we have here, or you can go to blackhollywoodlive.com, the website, and see the photos as well. All right, so next we've got the style scoop.
Scoop. What do we
Scoop,
have?
scoop. So I got some scoop for you guys this week.
Scoop it up.
All right.
Scoop it up.
What's going on?
The first thing is we've got the CFDA, which is a Council of Fashion Designers of America, and the Vogue Fashion Fund is going to be airing the selection process on TV. So for those of you who aren't really sure what it is, the CFDA, or the Council of Fashion Designers of America, it's big. It's a big deal. It's a
I
not
mean, it's
for,
as big as I remember a few years back. Puffy won Designer of the Year, and it changed his career.
Yes.
Probably like 7 years ago.
Yeah,
It's as big as it gets in fashion.
It's huge. I mean, to be honored with this award, past winners, like you mentioned, was Alexander Wang, Philip Blim. I mean, it builds careers.
Yeah.
And so CFDA is a not-for-profit association. And the CFDA Vogue Fashion Fund is basically a collaboration with Vogue and CFDA to create an endowment to basically support the next generation of fashion designers.
Got you.
And in order to select who's going to receive this endowment, it's a pretty intense process. And the selection committee is just the who's who of the fashion world. I mean, you've got the creative director of J. Crew, Coach, and Theory, Anna Wintour, Diane von Furstenberg. You've got the VP fashion director of Neiman Marcus. I mean, the list goes on and on as to who's part of the selection committee. So this is the first time that the selection process of the 3 winners is going to be now filmed and televised.
That's cool.
So yeah, it's going to be really exciting. It's going to be airing in December on Ovation TV in partnership with Condé Nast Entertainment. So each hour-long episode is going to take viewers inside the studio and visit the 10 finalists. They're going to have a runway show, the Vogue photo shoot. So it's going to be a really cool show,
That's dope.
especially for people that are interested in fashion.
Fashion,
And the
yeah.
real, not just a superficial like style or this and that. This celebrity's wearing this. It's the building process of fashion and the art behind it. So it's going to be really exciting. And there's 3 winners. So the number 1 winner gets $300,000 to pursue their own fashion line, along with mentorship.
Nice.
Yeah, and exposure to just top fashion industry professionals. And the second 2 runner-ups get $100,000 each, and same thing, they get the mentorship as well.
I wonder how the airing of this on television will alter the actual process from what it really has been like, and wondering how audience attention and wanting to get
Yeah.
ratings and all of that affects like who gets chosen, and that'll be an interesting sort of thing to evaluate and watch by the end of the year.
It will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be really neat to see the show, but I'm sure they're going to have to alter it somehow to make it
TV.
appealing.
TV, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's always got to be drama or something. So that's a good point, and I don't know. We'll
see
just
what
have to
comes
tune
out.
in.
We'll be tuning in.
All right, so up next, we've got a collaboration, another one. We've got Penelope Cruz and her sister Monica Cruz have collaborated with Agent Provocateur, and their line, L'Agent, launches today. So
Oh, wow.
they've been in the works probably for a little over a
Awesome.
year with this collaboration.
Yeah.
And the sisters had a very hands-on approach to helping design this collection. And it's going to be launched today in Bloomingdale's, Harrods, Harvey Nichols, and El Corte Inglés, which is a Spanish department store.
Right.
And this is actually the first wholesale collection of Agent Provocateur. So this is the first time that they're actually selling items outside of their own retail stores or their own website.
Wow.
So this is going to be huge for them. And it's actually the new line itself is going to have its own website, and they're speculating that within 5 years, the L'Agent line should generate 50% of revenue, which is about $61.5 million. So they're expecting
my.
big things, yeah. And the Cruz sisters are going to be in there helping design everything. And according to Women's World Daily, Gary Hogart, the CEO of Agent Provocateur, said that although manufacturing of these items is similar to the main line, the techniques are slightly simpler and not as many fabrics have been used. And a quote from Penelope Cruz, "We have always been huge fans of Agent Provocateur, and both of us are very much looking forward to this long-term collaboration. We feel extremely happy to become part of this great team." And her sister Monica actually worked with Agent Provocateur in the past. She was the face of their 2012 autumn-winter campaign, and we have a photo of that as well.
And I want to add to that, they've actually been doing it for a long time because Monica used to design for Mongo. You know, the girls line?
Yep.
She was with Mongo for years because I always do Toronto Fashion Week, and she came up there with Penelope at least 3 different occasions where I actually went to their shows. You know, I was a guest of the show. And she's talented. Like, her line with Mongo was hot. So I can only imagine what this line's going to look like.
Yeah, the two sisters were in one of their campaigns. I forget which year, but they were in one of their campaigns, both sisters together modeling that
okay.
line.
Cool.
And so they work together.
Yeah.
So
They're making that money.
Yes.
Yeah.
61 million in the first. Wow. Get it, ladies.
Get it.
it's a huge collaboration. And the other thing, another side note with that, to launch a collaboration, Penelope is actually debuting her first directorial short film.
Oh, yeah.
And so they're going to be showcasing, actually her husband is going to be in it, Javier Bardem.
Love him.
And it's going to be starring model Irina Shayk. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And her sister Monica is actually going to be in the film as well. And so according to Women's World Daily, Penelope Cruz called the film very personal and important to me. It's a very interesting experience. They gave me all the freedom, and I was able to tell the story I wanted to tell. I used women of all shapes and ages, as it was important for me to let women know that this brand is for everyone. I really needed someone who would help keep the audience's attention. So they're going to be launching with a big film. It's not necessarily going to be airing today with the launch of the collection, but they said it should be coming out really soon. And there's no print campaign for the launch.
Just the
Interesting
film.
choice.
Just the film.
So just the film, which is kind of cool. I'm excited to see it. I've always been a
Yeah.
fan of Penelope, and excited to see what kind of a director she'll be.
Good and sexy, I think.
Yeah. Oh, it's a lingerie line.
It'll be good and sexy.
Oh, yeah. So the next style scoop is that Essence Magazine has named Vanessa K. Bush as their new editor-in-chief. So, according to Fashion Bomb Daily, Bush was already working as an interim editor-in-chief after a chunk of the magazine's staff was let go. The award-winning journalist has been with Essence for more than a decade, holding positions as fashion and beauty features editor, lifestyle editor, and executive editor. This appointment is effective immediately. Essence President Michelle Eubanks seems excited about the appointment, saying, "Vanessa is poised to deliver on our mission to help African American women move their lives forward, not only through the magazine, but by meeting their needs across all of our branded platforms." So, first order of business was tapping Kelly Rowland as a cover girl for the September issue. So, we've got a picture of that here.
Kelly doing her thing.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
new
Dark-
editor-in-chief at Essence Magazine.
Congrats. Essence is keeping it
That's a
going.
big- yeah, that's a
Through
big deal.
lot, Yeah.
Magazine's been around for a long
They've been
time.
around
They've
for
been
a minute.
around and
Yeah.
they've been up and down having to deal with the changes with magazines and dealing with the economy and situation, and they
But
keep
they
holding
stuck
it
it
on
out.
and they keep
They
supporting.
stuck it out. It's
It'll
great.
be interesting to see kind of the
fashion, so-
direction that the new editor will take with it. Because anytime there's a switchover, especially with a fashion magazine of a new editor, a lot of times you see a lot of changes. Sometimes for the good,
Yes.
sometimes for the bad. So best of luck. We'll see what
Yes.
I'm
happens.
a fan. I'm supporting.
I'm supporting
Yeah.
too. Yeah, Essence has a unique spot, especially in the Black community. So she's got her work cut out for her. But keep
All
it up,
right.
girls.
Well, that's it for our style scoop. Now we've got hot or hot mess.
Oh no! Here we go. No.
I think this is everyone's favorite.
best part.
This is
no.
the favorite
best
part
part.
of Fashion
The
411.
most controversial one. in all of us.
All right. So the first, we've got Naya Rivera. And she is wearing a Norma Kamali beige halter bikini top for $175 and a black leather pencil skirt. So she wore this to the Jimmy Kimmel Live show. And when she went and sat down, Jimmy said, "You forgot your shirt." So what do you guys think?
I like it. I think she it's a little bit too revealing for me, but it's cool. I don't know if it's the right thing to wear on a talk show though, but it's cool. You know, that's more by the pool though to me. You know what I mean? Definitely more about the pool. But the skirt, that's off the chain.
Yeah.
Skirt is off the chain.
Yeah.
She's doing it big with the skirt.
Courtney,
I
speechless.
love the skirt. I love a leather pencil skirt that fits well. I
Yeah.
think she is one of the most attractive young chicks around in Hollywood, and I just can't understand why you would wear your bra on TV. Like, it doesn't. I think it just it doesn't work for me. I'm gonna say it's a hot mess because it's like. We just did Rihanna a few weeks ago when she wore the crop top. There's enough sexy crop top looks right now to have made that like super amazing that she did not have to roll out. And it looks like a saggy bra because her boobies are down here.
Yeah.
So I'm not feeling it. I'm sorry, Naya.
You know, I have to say, she looks hot. She has an amazing body. Her figure's toned.
Yeah.
And Sam, I totally agree with you. That pencil skirt is
Sick.
amazing.
On
And you
point.
can only really wear some kind of crop top
Yeah.
with a skirt like that. That's what's huge right now.
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
that high-waisted, really tight, either skirt or pant or short with some kind of a crop top. But I'm with you, Courtney. The bra bikini top, it just looks like a bra bikini. It just doesn't look like a fashion forward crop top.
Well, especially for a talk show. I mean, when you go on a talk show, it's a certain way that you want to present yourself because everybody's watching you, and I think it's just inappropriate for a talk show.
It
I have to
cheapens the
agree.
look, yeah.
Yeah, and she's not. She's still kind of new out there. I mean, she's on
Yeah.
Glee, but we haven't seen a lot of her.
Yeah.
I've never actually, me personally, never seen her interviewed. So,
She's the one that she dates Big Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
and
dates
they
Big
look
Sean.
so sexy together. They've been doing a lot of the red carpets this summer,
Yeah.
like doing their thing, and she's so gorgeous. And I just every time something just kind of misses. And
She's
just,
shout out to her. She's on the cover of the new Complex magazine too.
Hey, girl.
She's got a great spread. She's on the cover there, so she's doing her thing. She's getting her name out.
yeah, she's out there.
We're
You know,
talking about her right now.
Talking about it exactly.
And you know, what, looking at it, I think maybe if the top were in black, it would have
Yeah.
it
looked
would have
so
looked a little
bad.
better. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not. It just looks like her boobs are just right there
Right? Like,
in front of Jimmy, and
Any
Jimmy's like,
minute, there
poor
will be
guy, he's probably
nipple.
trying to have to keep his neck up the whole
Yeah.
time he's interviewing her. All right, so what do we got next? We have Miss Tyra Banks. So, Tyra Banks is here at the CW, CBS, and Showtime 2013 Summer TCA party. So, she is wearing a black lace dress and Walter Steiger Fall 2013 pumps. She rounded out the look with smoky eyes, tousled hair, and long black tassel earrings. What do you guys think of Miss Tyra?
I personally don't like this outfit.
You're so
He's polite.
and kind.
Yeah, it's just Tyra Banks she's usually a pretty good dresser, but on this one, I'm just not feeling it. I don't like it.
You don't
I
like
think
it.
it's a mess.
Hot mess.
Hot mess, yeah.
Courtney?
What the hell is she wearing? And what is her hair doing? And why?
Speechless.
The sleeves, the boobs, the only thing I will say about this is that I think that dang girl, she has cinched that waistline to death, and it looks great.
Yeah, she lost weight, huh?
She looks like she lost weight,
Or
but then
she's
when I
got
see
5
the
pairs
boobs,
of
I'm like,
Spanx.
maybe she didn't, and maybe she's just wearing a whole lot of Spanx
Yeah.
because the boobs are pretty large,
Yeah.
and usually she's a weight gain and the boobs get bigger kind of girl. So yeah, I mean the waist, girl, you put that on and everything is smooth. I'm not mad at that. But I don't know what's going on with those sleeves. I don't know what's happening. Like the boob cleavage and then the side over there, is that her bra coming out the side of the dress? Is it the lining of the dress? Like I have no idea. Bad,
Yeah.
bad.
I'm with you guys. I think it's a hot mess, unfortunately, because I love Tyra Banks. I love what she does. And, you know, and Sam, you said usually she's a pretty good dresser. I kind of have to disagree with that. I think with Tyra,
Yeah.
it's really mixed. Like sometimes she's on
hot.
point, and a lot of times she comes out in something like this, and you're like, ooh, Tyra, what are you doing? Supermodel,
Yeah.
businesswoman.
Yeah.
And, you know, we just last week talked about how she's investing in The Hunt, that
Yes.
website. And in this case, I feel like her body does look amazing, and I don't know if it's the miracle of Spanx or she's lost weight because her boobs are still really big.
Yeah.
But I feel like the hair is really not helping the situation. I wonder if she would have straightened the hair or done something different with the hair. Maybe would have cleaned the look up together. I know sometimes she rocks like the bang and long hair look,
Yeah.
which is really pretty
Yeah,
on
she
her.
does that a lot.
Her face is, of course, gorgeous. Tyra's,
always,
and her
I mean.
makeup looks flawless. But I think if she would have straightened her hair, maybe got rid of the sleeves, it would have maybe. You guys are looking at it like.
I mean, she could have taken the sleeves off and
And the hair, I think, is just a big mess for me. But I have to say, I love those shoes. I love those shoes. I think the shoes are amazing. In this photo, you can't really see the shoes on, but they do look awesome because they provide kind of that toe, not the toe cleavage, but it's got like more of the foot
the sexy
exposed.
toe
So it's a
cleavage.
really, really sexy shoe. And I just want those shoes. So.
keep trying, Tyra.
But unfortunately, it's a hot mess.
She's very theatrical on the red carpet.
She is,
sometimes. And I
exactly.
feel
That's a good
what
word.
This was. Yeah, I mean,
Theatrical.
she was like, let me throw on the craziest wig I got. And that's what she did.
Most definitely.
She was just trying to have fun for the day.
All right, so we're moving on to a little comparison here. We've got Alicia Quarles and Adrian Bayoun and
Bailon. Yeah.
Bailon. And they're both wearing the same $198 Alice and Olivia leopard shift dress with a cutout back and exposed zip. Alicia is wearing the look with dangled gold earrings and a colorful T-strap sandals. And Adrian is wearing simple ankle strap heels and definitely is wearing more of a statement hair with it pulled back. So Alicia wore it to the Two Guns premiere just this week, and Adrian wore it back in March. So what do you guys think?
Right, who looks better?
Who looks better? Or they could both look good.
I think they both look good. They're both. It's weird because they have different body types, but they're both making it work. I can't pick who looks better. I think they both look really good.
Yeah, I would say the same. They both look very good. My only complaint is I feel like with Adrienne, because she is like that big, that dress doesn't make her look that big. It kind of makes her look a little boxy unnecessarily. And like, I feel like if the waist had something, I would feel better about it. But she still looks beautiful. They both look great.
You
I
know
like
what
the
I'd
hair
like?
pulled back.
You know what I'd like to see though? I'd like to see a black belt to
I
kind of break
up all that
yes,
pattern,
a
yeah.
black belt on that would be so perfect. Even if it was a black belt with a little gold around the trim, I think it'll look cool.
Yeah, I think that would have added.
It'll take
the,
it to that next level.
Yeah. For me, I don't mind it so much on Alicia without a belt, but with Adrienne, I really want a belt.
And that would take that boxy look
Yeah,
that you're saying. That would
exactly.
take that away.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the dress. I think it does. I agree. I think it looks kind of boxy. I would almost, and I think that's supposed to be the fit of it.
Yeah.
But I think if it was a little tailored, I don't know if a belt so much because of the leopard, but it could actually the right belt. It could work really,
Right.
really good. Yeah. But I don't know. I'm not a fan of the dress. I mean, both girls look pretty, but the dress itself. I'm
Oh,
like,
I
meh.
love that dress. All
Me
that
too. I think
animal
it's
You
print
love
and
it?
its cutouts in the back.
And I usually don't
it's
like, I hate
boxy.
animal print. But
Really?
that right
Really?
there, that's hot.
I think
Yeah.
that, because I feel like it's like muted enough. Like you almost don't realize it's animal print. Like
Yeah, it's
you
dope.
don't know, and then you have to look and realize, oh, it's like leopard, but it's not. Like it works for me.
I like it a lot. I
You like
like
it?
it.
You
I
like it?
I
like.
think
I
it's
like.
sexy.
All right.
Oh,
well,
word.
that's what we're here for. We can all disagree. All right. So moving on. We've got Paula Patton, and she's here at the premiere of her latest movie, Two Guns. And she is wearing a black and white Basil Soda Fall 2013 gown. So Basil Soda is an American designer with a background in architecture. He started his line in 2000, and he's really popular with a lot of red carpet dresses on Katy Perry, Emily Blunt, Marion Cotillard, and here on Paula Patton. So what do you guys think of this dress?
I'm a huge fan of Paula. I think she's a great actress. Mrs. Robin Thicke. But I don't like this one.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not feeling. I would say hot mess. The back is cool, but nah, I'm just not feeling it. I don't know what it is. I'm not feeling, but it just doesn't jump out at me. It doesn't make her look as beautiful as she normally does. She looks beautiful regardless, but it's just not. For your Two Guns premiere, she could have went hotter. I feel like, yeah.
Yeah.
I love a guy's perspective too. I think
Yes.
it's really awesome, Sam, with you here and giving a guy's perspective.
It's
Yeah.
so, and you took the words right out of my mouth. Like, I feel like every time we keep seeing her, like when we saw her at the BET Awards, like, she's not doing something, like, she just always looks like, I don't care for real.
Yeah.
And I just hate that because she's gorgeous, her body is sick, and she has an energy like sex appeal just like her husband does. Like, there's just something real cool about her that you want to see her on the red carpet and be like, that trick hit it.
Like, that's a hot outfit.
And
yeah.
this looks like it's heavy. It looks just, ideally, like the pattern sort of gives her the hourglassiness about it, but there's just something that I look at it and I just don't, I'm not excited. I don't think it shows, I don't look at her face. I look at the center crotch area where that pattern sort of explodes right at her crotch. And I want to see your face first. Like, I want you to walk in a room and like light it up, and it just isn't lighting up for me.
I
So,
agree.
I actually like the dress.
Yeah.
I actually think it's a really beautiful dress, but I think the problem for me is the way that it's styled. And if you look at it on the model, it's a beautiful dress. I think it's like a piece of art.
For sure.
However, I think the styling, the shoes just look really heavy for this dress because, Courtney, I agree that the dress is a heavier kind of dress and it
Yeah.
needed a lighter shoe. And my biggest problem with this is her hair. I think with her ponytail, it doesn't go with the drama of the dress. I would like to have seen it down
Do her little
and
wave,
straight
yeah,
or a wave
something,
or
yeah.
something with her hair down to add maybe Sam, maybe that would have maybe added more of a sexy va-va boom because the dress itself and the way it fits on her
Yeah.
is quite sexy.
yeah,
'cause
it fits her
it's got
well.
a really deep cleavage and you can, her boobs are emphasized. It really nips in her waist. It shows that front leg slit. So it's quite a sexy dress, especially in the back with that open keyhole.
Yeah.
But her hair and in the dangly earrings, it almost looks like from the neck up, it's like she's like at a school picture, like, look at me, I'm like in 8th grade with my earrings and my high ponytail. It's like, girl, like your hair down. And I think for me, that would have maybe made it work, the styling.
Yeah, it's really sad. Because you
Aw.
want to look at, because I do agree. Like, the
Yeah.
dress is really, it's a pretty dress, but it just didn't.
Oh, she needed to style it. I feel like
Somebody-
with Paula Patton, she is so beautiful.
Yeah, she is.
And she's so pretty. And she's naturally pretty. Her face, she doesn't need a lot of makeup. But
Nah.
for some reason on the red carpet, she just never gets it right.
Yeah.
There's always something a little bit off. Like back at the BET Awards, she was wearing that white, almost looked like a nun outfit. It's like, what are you
She
doing?
was messy. She
Yeah.
was messy. But it would have also been nice, I think, to have a bolder lip.
Yeah,
This
bolder
whole
lip,
muted face
something.
makeup. Yeah, I think the
something.
bold lip would have been really good.
She
on
needed to do
that.
something different with the neck up. All right.
Keep trying, girl. Keep trying.
So last but not least, we've got Rita Ora out here in New York City this week walking to and from her hotel. And she is rocking an oversized button front blouse, triple buckle sandals, and a Burberry translucent rubber pencil skirt. If you guys are fans of the clear rubber pencil skirt, you can buy it on Burberry's website for $1,295.
Wow.
The skirt features a high waist for a retro-inspired look. So, and if you go online, it's actually sold out in most sizes. What do you guys think of this fashion
Hey, you know
forward
what?
look?
I actually like this because for me, I like, being an artist myself. Every once in a while when you step out, you got to wear stuff that shocks people. And I wear stuff all the time that guys be like, yo, I would never wear that. Like certain pink pants, like certain leather things that have chains on them. You got to shock people. That's what makes you an artist. So for me, when I see her wearing this, she's not your average girl on the street. Like she's known for fashion and she's known for shocking people. So I actually like this. I think it's cool. It's different. Burberry. Burberry.
I want to ask you something just about Burberry.
Yeah.
I've heard different things, and since that's where you're from. You're from
UK.
the UK,
Yeah.
and I've heard that in the UK, Burberry is not popular, not considered the way it is here, like a high-end line. I've
It's
heard
considered
that.
a high-end line, but it's not like out there. Louis Vuitton and Gucci's way bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So Burberry doesn't have that same respect. But it's always like that with anything. When you're from there, they don't appreciate you the same way that when you
everybody
leave
else.
there.
Yeah.
It's just how it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. Burberry is not the same. But when they do, I got to go to their fashion show last year when I was in London, and when they do shows and things like that, it is still the it place to be.
Okay.
Every celebrity
Yeah.
in London wants to sit front row. I mean, at their last show that I was at, Kanye, everybody was in the front row. So yeah, it's still they're up there.
They're up there.
Yeah.
Are they up there for you in this
What's
skirt,
that skirt?
Courtney?
You say things that make me like, yeah, you're right. Like, I want to see people take chances and do things that make you go, what?
What?
How do I say this? Okay. I would have appreciated it more if the baggy, weird looking bloomer part of this was like a real sexy panty. then I would have been like, okay, Trent, go. Like, you doing it. It doesn't look purposeful to me. Like, it doesn't look like that was what you were trying to do. It looks like you just kind of ended up in a garbage bag walking down the street. And it doesn't display it the way that I would like it, I guess, to be displayed. So whereas the sheerness, I mean, I could care less. Like, we've seen a lot of naked going on, and the women wearing the sheer shirts with the nipples showing. I actually think that's kind of hot. Like, get it, girl, if you can get out like that. But the panty part is what's driving me off. Like, it doesn't look like it's fitted right, and it's coming down kind of on her thigh, but not on the side. Like, was she drinking and like it just got twisted around or something? Like, it just looks like it's not quite where it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's a bloomer. I don't actually know if it's a little skirted piece that's not. I don't know what that is, and that's why I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it either. I'm with you, Sam. I'm all about people having their own style and trying something different, but it just looks weird. It's just like that weird plasticky see-through thing, and maybe it would have looked better if there was a different undergarment, but I don't know quite what to put under there, because a sexy panty can be a little too revealing, and I don't know. I don't know how you would make this work, because if you look at it on the website, it doesn't look that sheer. But the reality is, if you're going to actually wear this in the real world, like Rita is, you've got to throw something underneath it.
Yeah.
And what? I don't know, but not this. And I'm just not a fan. And like, I could just imagine it being really sweaty. What if it's hot and humid and you're wearing that kind of material and it's all sweaty and it makes weird noises?
You were saying it's like foggy.
Yeah, like, it just doesn't seem like the most appealing type of material to have
She's Rita Ora,
for
girl.
a
She don't
skirt.
sweat.
She doesn't sweat.
She doesn't sweat.
She glows.
Somebody
Stay
got
cool.
a diva fan right up under that skirt. But,
Yeah, no.
no.
You don't want to
said
be
a
wearing that
diva
in
fan.
Miami or, well, she's in New York and it gets humid there too. I
It's
don't
hot as
know.
hell in New York
Yeah.
right now. What are you doing?
So I don't know. It just really doesn't seem comfortable.
I think that would be a great thigh weight loss mechanism.
Yeah. So,
Go, Rita.
a hot mess for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. The hot mess.
All right. Well, right before we get to the social media, we want to remind you guys to go onto iTunes and rate us, comment us. We are a new show, and we're here for you guys, the listeners. So we're trying to put a show together here that something that you want to listen to, that's exciting, that you tune in for. So definitely rate us, hopefully 5 stars, and leave comments. And yeah, check us out.
By the way,
and
congrats on being #1 on iTunes for fashion. They're also promoting you guys right now on the
Fashion
homepage.
411 is number one on fashion.
We
On
are.
No
iTunes
way.
Podcast.
Well,
Yay.
we are the only weekly fashion recap. So
That's dope.
for those of you guys that need your fashion scoop and you need your weekly news, Fashion 411 is a place to get it. And tell your friends, tell your fashionista friends.
And talk to us.
Yeah.
Talk to us online.
We
Talk
love
to us
it.
on Twitter. We love your input.
We do.
Yes,
All right.
we do.
So for social media, Courtney, what do you got?
Speaking of Twitter, Instagram, and all of those social media sites that all of us are a part of, whether we like it or not, because that's the age we live in, we got the ladies, lots of ladies doing work and doing great things on social media this week. First up, we have Mindy Kaling, who is doing a promo shoot for her show, The Mindy Project, which I love. I hope you guys love it too, because it's great. If you haven't seen it, check it out. But she is wearing a green Shoshana dress, and she was tweeting her followers. Lots of people are asking, like, where'd you get it? Where'd you get it? She's like, you can get it at the store, and it's like fitted for every single kind of body type. Every woman can wear this dress, and I thought that was adorable. But I love this color on her, and it was so vibrant, and I thought she looked fantastic with her nude flesh tone colored shoes, and she just looks great to me, because she was not looking so great a few weeks ago when
On
we saw
4th of
her
July,
on
we had a
4th of
little.
July.
I think it was I think she was on her hot or hot mess, and unfortunately, she was a hot mess.
Most likely she did not dress herself for this one, but whoever dressed her, hopefully that will continue, because she looks good. I think she looks good.
I think she looks
No
great.
doubt.
I
No
love that
doubt.
color on her. And I love the Mindy Project show.
Yes.
It's probably one of my most favorite shows. It is hilarious for those of you who haven't seen it.
She's hysterical.
It's really funny.
A
She
beautiful
looks
woman
pretty.
of color that I love that green on her. She looks amazing.
beautiful.
Next up this week, we got some more working ladies. Miss Tamar Braxton. She had a showcase in LA this week, and she was singing. And as you guys know, she's also on the Real Talk Show every week or at 1 o'clock. But she tweeted this picture on Instagram that she's in this like sequin booty short jumpsuit with knee-high boots, and she's got the blonde wig going on right now. And I thought this was fabulous. Number one, I love Tamar. I think she's amazing. She's a great singer. And she just had a baby 2 months ago, y'all. And she is up on the stage rocking it in her sequins and her hot shorts.
Wow, that's
looking
amazing.
fantastic. So go Tamar. Keep it up, girl.
I want
Doing it.
that. I want that sparkly.
Sparkly
Jumpsuit.
jumpsuit. Like, that's the outfit like we all want to just walk out in
Yeah.
sometimes, even
Yeah.
though we may not have anywhere to go.
On a
in it.
Tuesday at 2
on
o'clock.
a Tuesday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, I'm going to wear my sequin jumpsuit.
Yeah.
So go Tamar. Other working moms out there this week, Miss Tia Mowry Hardricht was at the Television Critics Association promoting her new show, Instant Mom, on Nick Mom, and she was wearing this lace over, actually it was a black and silver beaded overlay dress, and she looked fantastic with her metallic sandal on, and she's still rocking her blonde highlight on top with the darker underneath. I thought she looked a little bit sexier when she had the hair up to the ears, just because that was so different for her. But I know she's at work now, so she probably got to have her hair a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But she's looking sexy with her little friend there in his white denim and his button-down shirt and his red hat. So they were out this week promoting the show and doing their thing. And she also just sold another show to Nickelodeon. So
Tia did?
Yeah, she sold a
Dang,
show
she's killing.
based on her life, actually. Her mom, it's about a 12-year-old girl who's living with her mom on a military base who is a drill sergeant.
Wow.
So,
Tia is killing. Because she has the other show on the Style Network, too.
yes, they have their reality show that's airing right
Wow.
now on the Style Network.
That's
Of course,
amazing.
Instant
Good
Mom
for
will be
her.
premiering very soon. And get it, that's working mom.
Her husband's actually one of my best friends, Corey.
Corey,
Me
yeah.
and Corey go way back, yo.
Very
like me and
cool.
Corey are super tight, and he has an amazing acting career.
Yes.
So we're proud of them.
Family doing it up, and they
Yeah.
just seem like real good people.
Very
so.
cool people.
Who's her friend? Because I love the way he's dressed. I think he
Probably her
looks so
stylist.
cool.
I assumed it's a
Is it?
stylist,
It's
gotta
but
be
she
a
didn't
stylist,
see it anywhere
yeah,
on
yeah.
Instagram, but he looked real cool.
I
and
love what
real
he's
fun,
wearing.
So
Yeah.
I hadn't seen him on their show either, so I was like,
That's
can't
definitely
assume
her
who it is, but it
stylist.
looks like her
Yeah.
stylist, probably.
Because it ain't Corey.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But
Next up this week, we got some ladies that were hanging out in Miami, and one of them was Miss Evelyn Lozado. She is wearing she's wearing a yellow strapless maxi dress with a sweetheart neckline, and it's embellished at the bust line from Celeb Boutique. And she just tweeted out she was hanging out in the Miami sun this week, and she is known for her maxi dress wearing because she is constantly wearing maxis. And Miss Evelyn also has a new job to tout. She is a new blogger for OK Magazine's Shoeology blog. So she is telling us all about shoes in OK Magazine right now. So basketball wife, not only anymore. So she's doing what she does best, and she's always loved shoes, and she's had shoe stores and moved it online. So now she's blogging. So get it, Evelyn. You look nice.
That's good.
Next up, the comedy. So, for those of you that are unaware, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta had their finale this week, and it was blowing up all over Twitterverse. And one of our faves from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Miss Jocelyn Hernandez, aka the Puerto Rican Princess, is partying and celebrating in Tallahassee this week. And the reason this picture was selected is because, for those of you that do or do not know Jocelyn has always had some interesting fashion choices on television and in public, and this was probably the most muted thing I'd ever seen her wear in life. And she went to some clubs in Tallahassee and eventually made her way further south in Florida, but she looked almost like I don't want to say normal because that's rude. Like a regular chick. She's wearing the high-low dress hemline that we've been talking about. It's like a sheer overlay on the bottom, and it's a one-shoulder sundress. And she was just hanging out at the club this week, celebrating the success of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and the rumor that she will be getting a spinoff with Stevie J.
Wow.
I love your face.
I think I don't know who,
so
I'm not that
nice.
familiar with her and the show, but I think she looks cute here in the
She
picture.
looks real simple. You
Yeah, I
should
think
look
it's
her
a cute
up in some
outfit.
other pictures,
Yeah.
and you'd be like, oh, wow,
Like, oh my
okay.
God.
Yeah, so she did it this week. And last but not least, our very interesting tweet from those that I love, Miss Gayle King and her BFF, Oprah. They were in Zurich celebrating the marriage of Miss Tina Turner to her long-term boyfriend, Erwin Bach. And in this picture, I thought it was actually kind of fascinating because Gayle has on this beautiful white gown that literally it's floor-length gown. It's sheer from about her mid-thigh all the way down. And she was obviously sporting her diamonds in full effect. And Miss Oprah went with her natural hair, look, the curly, fro-y look, and she had on this almost caftan printed looking dress with some beads on the front, and I was like, are you guys going to the same wedding? But they were.
And is Gail wearing a white dress to the wedding?
Yes, girl, but Miss Tina Turner is not your average bride. She was wearing a beautiful green and black dress to her wedding, so I don't think the white mattered very much.
I
to
know. I
her.
saw a picture of Tina Turner,
Yes.
but still.
Some people like
Almost
to
looks like
look
she was
at it
wearing,
white.
if you look at the full length of Gail's dress, almost
Yes.
looked like she was wearing
She
a wedding
was
dress.
the one that was getting
Yeah.
married. But that's what she wore, and
I
that's what they
know.
tweeted, and they were having a great time, and they spent some more time traveling around Europe and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know if Oprah just, I mean, that's a wedding dress, I guess. Hey, do what you do, girl.
Yeah.
But that was their party. The ladies were together this week, and that is your social media roundup of all of the stars that we love hanging out on
People are
Twitter and
tweeting me right
Instagram.
now saying they loving the show, so that's a good thing.
Yay.
Yay.
Well,
Appreciate
speaking
it.
of Twitter, where can we find you guys?
You can find me at Mr. MR Sam Sarpong, SARPONG, and I've got a bunch of tweets right now, so keep them coming.
Keep 'em
Y'all watching? You guys are
Yay.
watching.
Yeah, hey guys, thank you so much for watching. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Stuart Starlet. That's STEWART. Starlet, STARLIT.
And I am your host, Erica Garcia Rojas, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at IamEGR. Well, thanks so much for listening and tuning in on iTunes and YouTube.
We #1, baby. We #1, baby.
Until next week, stay stylish.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svita, Dario Kristen, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network. If you have questions or comments, tweet us at BHL Online or email us at info@blackhollywoodlive.com. For more exclusive content, visit blackhollywoodlive.com. This has been a presentation of the Black Hollywood Live Network.
Hollywood redefined. Oh.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.